Good morning, good morning. I'm going to title this video something about God's provision or God's blessing or something, because since the last video, a lot has changed and I have a lot to share. So last time I had talked about the tight money and trying to feed the pigs and whatnot. And it's really, really cool because we had 4 days where we had to make it stretch for the pig feed because we were out and we didn't have money to go get more. Anyway, feed prices are going up and our car broke down, but you can see all that in the last video. Now you can see we have plenty of pig feed here, no problem. But at the time, I had made rice to feed them, and the first day we went through our food. And then the other 3 days, 3 different local contacts brought over like scraps from their pantry and whatnot, and none of them had seen the video. So that was just God's provision right there, because we don't normally get food that consistently from people, and we've never had it where people bring it like 3 days in a row like that. So that's really, really good. Oh, look, the little ones are eating. And it's kind of neat that, you know, because in the Bible it says that he'll provide food for us, right? I have been young, but now I'm old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his young begging bread. But honestly, I didn't know that he would care for our livestock too. But he even cares for the sparrows, right? Anyway, we obviously have feed for them now. So speaking of, you know, God's provision and whatnot, I had been sick with mono for a while, and I thought I had totally missed out on making our own blackberry jam, because we have wild blackberries that grow on the farm. And I thought we missed it and it wasn't going to happen. And guess what I did last night? That's right, I made blackberry jam. It's great. I absolutely love our homemade jam, and I was able to make 11 little jars of it. So if we open one a month, we should be able to have enough for all year, which is really, really good. Okay, so now this is where my lack of faith comes in, right? Because I was rather concerned about this fall. We were supposed to have a garden this year. It did not work. With trying to balance the Johnson grass and the pigs getting out and eating all of our little plants, and then the drought, and then it's like everything worked against us. So we don't have a garden except for the little box garden up by the house, the raised garden beds, which I love. So we have tomatoes there and onions and carrots, and you know, it was the spring garden. Just look at how pretty that is. I know I'm strange, but I love the look of the wildflowers. This is actually chicory, and you can use the roots to grind it up and make coffee. It's not caffeinated, but I haven't tried it yet. I want to. Also, if you feed it to the pigs, it's supposed to really improve the taste of their meat. And we have a good bit of it here on our land. So we should be able to do that pretty well. Yeah, so normally the blackberries ripen like in spring, right? Do you see these? We pulled all the ripe ones off we could, and there is still plenty of red ones. This one's ripening up nicely since last night. And honestly, this is something I had kind of grieved. I love making the jam. I like putting things aside. I'm starting to tear up, I'm sorry. And I was getting pretty worried about the potential food shortage. And we'll be fine as far as meat. We have a quarter of a cow coming and a pig or two of our own. We're trying to sell the meat from one of them, but you know, we'll see. And I was a little bit worried, honestly. And it's ridiculous because if I sit down and I tell you my testimony, I have seen God provide in amazing ways. So, you know, you would think that I would trust him. Let's just say, so people give the Israelites a really, really bad time because they say if we saw such miracles, we would never doubt. I have learned that I would doubt, which is an unfortunate reality and rather humbling, right? But God is so good, and he's proving himself faithful yet again, ever so patiently. But anyway, we went to Sam's Club the other day, and I was specifically looking for like canned fruits and vegetables since I don't have a garden and I can't can it myself. And I went over to a friend's house yesterday, and she gave us a whole box of like various fruit cups and whatnot. And I told her I will pay for these, and she's like, oh no, just take them because we have another huge box downstairs and we're not sure if we're gonna eat them before they all go bad, and if you don't want them you can feed them to the pigs. I was like, oh, no, I want them. And because of mono and the way it worked out, I didn't start all of the seeds like I did last year when I broke my leg. Anyway, so I'm going to save the seeds for next year. And then as far as the chickens, we're down to 6 now. We did process the meat birds, so we have our own homegrown chicken meat in the freezer. I mean, you know, we'd wish for a bit more, but as it is, it's pretty good. All right, now here's the point where I talk about becoming members and getting plugged into a local church. So from our last video, I've had people who know us locally send us cards. We even got some money from different people, and everyone has been so sweet. And our church has gotten together and taken care of us in a monumental way. Not just asking us how to pray and praying, which God does amazing work. You know, hi Gabriel. The thing with the pigs, like, we didn't even ask anybody to bring food. God just laid it on people's heart, and they happened to bring it all at the same time, right when we needed it, you know? I don't want to say what amount or whatever, but I just want to say that people have been very generous, and I really, really appreciate it, and thank you notes are going to be written. We're not ones to sit on the couch and wait for God to provide, right? We're ones who will be doing our best and pushing ourselves to take care of our animals, going through our own pantry, cooking the rice that's there, you know, whatever. And along that vein, I do believe I have a job. So with so many of our chickens dying and feed prices going up and the price of everything going up, can we talk about shrinkflation, right? But it just came to the point where I needed to find a job, and it's at a place where I'll be able to get a discount on farm-related stuff. So it's really, really good. And the discount plus the extra money plus our car is really, really, really gas efficient. So I'll be able to get out of the house a little bit more because we'll have that freedom. And I've been rather down and kind of going through somewhat of a depression. So being able to get out and interact with people will immensely help me. And I'm blown away by the sense of community in the church, by God's provision for our animals, by the way things are coming together. And I so appreciate it. Just all the, you know, one thing about depression is it makes you feel alone and isolated. And this has proven for sure that that's not the case. So yeah, that's good, right? So anyway, life is gonna get much busier because if I'm working and my husband's working full-time and we're doing the farm thing, yeah, but it's something that needs to be done, and it's part of God's provision, and maybe we can get that truck fixed up. So we haven't even talked about this truck, but we bought it for $2,000 with our tax return. We've bought pig feed with. Okay, guys, you have to hear this, okay? So it died at the Amish place where we get the feed, and the Amish gave us a jump. It just cracks me up. But we think the alternator's gone bad on it. It's a very, very old truck. It works very well as a farm truck, but it's kind of funny, you know, there's a block holding the window up because the window doesn't really work. And this pops open the hood. So the guy said that there was a wrench to pull on that. Yep. So now I have to sing a song for you. Got me an old Pilotin, nobody knows what shape I'm in. Got 4 wheels and a running board, it's a Ford, oh it's a Ford. Honk honk, rattle rattle rattle, crash beep beep. Honk honk, rattle rattle rattle, crash beep beep. But it's really good that we have the nicer, newer car. It's a 2019. It's almost the newest car I've ever owned. It has really, really good gas mileage, which is really good. It's kind of expensive, and we've been striving very hard to do this whole thing debt-free, which is probably why you see it the way it is. But yeah, we'll do that in another video. We've been planning that for a bit. Right now, we're just so very grateful for the community, for God's provision, for friendship, and for you. Thank you for watching. If you hit that subscribe button, that gets us just a little closer to our goal. And we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.